how would you feel if the band was exposed to broader, I guess, sub-communities outside of your friendship circle, quite far removed? They might be groups of people that you may never have met before, who may never have heard your music before, but they hear it through a form of publicity and go, yeah, that's pretty good.
That'd be ideal. That'd be great. Yeah.
Do you think a competition which combines photography and music could potentially bridge some of those gaps?
Sure. Well, I mean, it's just about getting people to gigs that don't come to gigs, and so I guess any way you can appeal to people that like photography or people that like that sort of thing, and why not? I mean, this is gonna bring people from that are interested in one thing and sort of lure them into music, I guess.
I think it's valuable for photographers because they often look for subjects like musicians and other artists to connect with, to get interesting subject matter. And there's a lot of bands playing all the time, but they don't often take the initiative to sort of go out and do it themselves, to photograph gigs. And it's definitely valuable for musicians, of course, because all musicians need press and want images of themselves which are always fresh and contemporary. And as it is, when you don't have a lot of people taking gigs, or also people maybe taking the same gigs over and over again, there's a lot of musicians who aren't getting that exposure. And so to connect in that way is very valuable for both, I would say.
I think that it's really important to be able to present your band in an interesting way. Just because it's a little bit like cover art for a record, you know, you want people to want to seek you out and want to know who you are. And so any aspect of how you present yourself, whether that's a band photo or a website or your album art, all of that gives uninformed viewers an idea of who you are.
Does good photography of your band, do you see a benefit to that? Do you think it's an important thing to have in publicising the band?
Oh yeah, it's really important. All the time. I think having a few good photos of your band is just one of those things that. Sorry, I ramble, but you're always appealing to complete strangers when you're sending out press kit. You send a press kit to like a bunch of venues or labels or to, you know, all the type of people you send things out to. It's like one of those things that they can be superficial or a bit fickle, which is fair enough because they probably get a lot and they want to find a quick way to weed things out. And you know, if you're sending not a very good photo along, that's probably the type of thing that they just completely discard you without really giving you a fair go. So I think it's really important having a good photo of your band.
And if a photographer approached you and said they were interested in taking shots or working with you in some capacity to either take video footage or still footage of your band, is that something that you think bands would be generally pretty positive about?
I think so, yeah.
It's something that I would like and would need more of. All musicians need it because that exposure is vital, that visual component.